Hey Gemini, happy March. Welcome to Get Life 333 Tarot. My name is Jackie, and this is going to be a they say, I say, and the truth spread. I'm going to follow that up with the general reading. So I'm going to try to remember to timestamp the general. If you're not in a relationship and that doesn't apply to you, you don't need to stick around for that part, okay? But the way this reading works is one line's going to be your partner, one line's going to be you, and one line is going to be the truth, the energy that's underneath what's driving both of you to do, say, and feel what you are in the pretty recent past, then in the month of March, and then moving forward towards the end, slightly into April. Okay, we have the devil. Alrighty, let's see what we have. I hope you guys are doing well. All right, so why don't we start with the energy that's driving everything. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. You're both feeling like you're in a position in this relationship where you're shackled in by your own doing. And you both know that it's time to leave whatever restrictions that you've each imposed upon yourselves. But this is what's weird. You each have your own individual issues right now that you're working through independently. So there's this sense of separateness here for me. Even if you guys are together, it makes sense that you're not together. Maybe you're on a break right now. The relationship's not technically over. You're on a break. Or you could be living together and just kind of avoiding each other because you're both nursing. It just seems like you're both nursing your own individual situations here. Your own individual issues. It's Nine of Pentacles. That's your partner. Your partner's feeling very sensitive right now and needing some solitude while they question their own inner workings and their belief system. I get this feeling they're working through their own sense of self and how much it's helped them in their life and relationships and how much it's hurt them. And you're realizing that going forward is the only way to go, Gemini. The past can't be mended. It is what it is. You figured out what you needed to move forward, and as bad as it was at that point, or maybe it is right now, right, because we're still at the end of February, it is going to get better, and a pity party is not going to help. So I get a sense that I get a very layered sense here. I get a sense that you're upset about the relationship. You're upset about your resources. You're just upset that this entire thing is falling apart. But you know, underneath that, you know that this is not the right thing for you. Absolutely. You know, but it doesn't change the reality of, always going back to the fact, we're not robots. We're just not. We're people that become imprinted with memories and habits. And when you're in a relationship for a long time, that's really tough to pull yourself out of, emotionally, yeah, and then also just a way of life, a way of living, a way of being. So I feel that you're feeling this very deeply, but you do have this resolve that, you just have to move forward. But I see your partner just so wrapped up inside their head right now. Yeah, and I'm going into more now. In March, you guys are both living in denial about your relationship. Even though you both know it can't continue as it's been, neither of you are quite willing to walk away. But Gemini, this will only prolong the inevitable. It's very interesting here. I don't know if you don't want it to be over because it's a habit, because you're going to feel like a failure, because you genuinely do love this person. you know, it could be a couple of things, but you know you have to make some changes in your life. You're being very mindful here, which is good. And this may be part of why you're still holding on, though. You know? Like you don't want to leave until you start to make some changes. But you know that by making the changes now, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe learning a new skill or two, getting a new job, finding a new home, if you guys are living together, maybe some new friends, even just a new mindset. You know it's going to land you in a better place, even if it's all very unclear right now. But because it's not clear and you're not able to put anything in motion just yet in March of 2019, I feel like you're not making any big moves yet. Not big sweeping moves, but the seeds are definitely there. Yeah. But meanwhile, your partner here is not handling it as positively as you are. And I don't mean as positively. Maybe let's call it as self-loving, maybe. This person is very angry and confused over the whys and the hows of your relationship. Yeah. And how the relationship ended up in such a mess. And they're just really pissed off. They're hurt and confused over their life in general right now. It's the feeling I'm getting just between that Nine of Pentacles and this. They're just feeling just hurt and confused about their life, and it's being disguised as anger. And this person is just not very self-aware. And you see this, and this is why you know you gotta go. But you know that it's not in your best interest to do anything really impulsively, even though the Fool is an impulsive card. Because we have it next to the Eight of Swords, you're not jumping out. You're not packing that garbage bag and getting the hell out right away. You have enough sense to know that right now, it's important enough that you know you have to make the changes and that you know you're not sure of exactly what's ahead of you, but the willingness is there, which is great. As then now moving a little forward here, we have the Ace of Cups. This is the energy that's available to both of you, which is love and blessings. Lots of messages through dreams, guys. You know, I'm going to tell you, Gemini, you could tell your partner if you speak to them, you should both be paying attention to your dreams right now. But Gemini, at least you should. Your dreams are going to be sending you a lot of messages right now that you should be paying attention to. This is beautiful energy. But your partner here with this Devil, despite this beautiful energy, they're frustrated over everything, over you and the rest of their life. And it has them spiraling into some sort of bad behavior. I mean, maybe they're drinking too much. Maybe they're popping pills. I don't know. Maybe they're sleeping around to try to get you off their mind. Maybe they're, you know, maybe they're just really entrenched in this negative, dark bitterness, this deep, deep bitterness. And they just can't, for nothing, they can't pull themselves out of it. But then here you are with your Ace of Pentacles. So you recognize the need for change. And you know that it has to be done with a healthy mindset. You're in a lot of pain right now, Gemini. You're confused, but you're ready. In this weird way, you are ready. Right? You're ready to meet some new people and open up some new paths for yourself that will ultimately bring you abundance. You know that. So Gemini, I feel like when this reading here, for whoever this is resonating with, you understand that whatever contract, soul contract you and this partner had, it's over now. It's ending as we go into March, and you're realizing that you have no choice but to change a direction. Whatever is going on here with them, they are closed off so tightly that there's no way that this relationship could continue as it is. There's just no way. And unfortunately, your partner is not handling this well at all. At all. So don't get in here. Not at all. Nope. With that devil energy. All right, let's get some advice from the wisdom of the oracle. Let's pull a few cards and see what's up. Let's pull a few cards and see what's up. All right. Time to go. Ending. Here and now. Time to go. All right. Time to go means it's over, or at least the form of the relationship is over that you've had. This is a time of release rather than destruction, okay? It's not becoming, it's not annihilated. There's a release going on here, which makes sense to me with this. Yeah, they're just acting very badly right now. But I don't feel like that's going to last. I just don't. I feel like this is very reactive to just their life, their pain with you, and whatever else is something might be going on with their siblings, their parents, their kids, another aspect of their life, their friends, their colleagues, something with work, something is getting to them. But that version of your relationship is definitely over. But it's not all lost. It's just, I feel like many lessons were learned here. And for many of you, for many of you, I'm getting that this is really just a breakup that's much needed, but does not mean forever. Yeah, what's that saying? That old saying? If you release it and it comes back to you, or whatever, if it comes back to you, then it was truly yours. I can't remember it right now, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But there's definitely been an ending of a soul contract, guys. And remember, this whole idea of soulmates, I absolutely believe that we have more than one soulmate in our life, and they're not always necessarily an intimate partner, but they're people who enter our lives to teach us lessons. And you absolutely had a soul contract with this person. Lots of lessons were learned, so you can't say that it was a loss, right? And this is an important step if you guys are going to ever move into a deeper connection, because you need this walking away for a time so that you can both clean yourselves up a little bit, But only free will and circumstance will bring the reconciliation, but the energy is definitely here to support it. I definitely get that. And then we have mending, right? So you're at a place where, Gemini, you have to forgive if you're going to move forward, separate or together. You're both experiencing so much hurt and pain from this that it's impacting all that you do. Even if you're not fully aware of it yet, it's impacting the rest of your life. And it's closing your heart. It's not the answer, right? That's what happens when we don't forgive. We end up closing our heart. So you have to figure out a way of you can only forgive your partner. If your partner doesn't want to forgive you and meet you halfway, you can't own that, right? We can only control ourselves. And I know that sounds rote at this point, but it really is the truth. It really is. All right, and then we have here and now. All right. It's very easy to yearn for a love, any kind of relationship that you may not have right now. That's more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate, You have to let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now. Whether you have this relationship you desire or not, right? It doesn't matter. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Tomorrow's out of your reach. Yesterday, you cannot get back. So the now is all that's available to you. It's really important, Gemini, right now that you stay present and aware in the moment as you really figure out a way to self-love and cherish and become very approving of the beautiful aspects that you possess. Because when you do that, Gemini, you're a magnet for love, and then like attracts like, right? Really, and if you're having a hard time with this, whoever you pray to, if you guys pray, tap into the knowing that God loves you, Spirit loves you, and really, you know, seek some guidance and some wisdom. Doesn't have to be through religion. It could really just be through a good therapist, a good self-help book, you know, a good shaman, you know, whatever speaks to you. Everyone is different in this way. But right now you should just be focusing on dealing with the hurt of this, but taking the lessons to learn more about yourself. You're just going to end up so incredible on the other side of this. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and I do feel that a number of you are going to ultimately end up getting back together. But if you don't, this isn't going to be one of those situations where you guys are hating each other forever. I don't know. There's a lot of emotion here. A lot of emotion. Yep. Okay. So let's go to the general read. We're going to pull some Steampunk Tarot and see where we're at. Now, this general could be your career, or it could be any area that's like right outside your relationship. So it could be how you're feeling outside your relationship about the relationship, things going on with friendships, family, your parents, anything like that. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, let's cut. I need to get a new deck of these. I need a new deck. All right. Let's see what we have. Queen of Cups. We have Five of Pentacles again. Oop, Tower. Okay, I have Two Minds. You got that Sun, which we love. Sun's good. Okay, so, you know, kind of can't go far without paying attention to the Tower, right? And guys, okay, because this is not the relationship reading, this is the general reading, we could say that the Tower is simply the ending of a time period in your life, and it's forcing you to look at yourself, because you realize that if you don't work towards inner growth and awareness of how this past time period or situation really affected you, you are going to end up building walls out of scars in your soul and closing yourself off to the world. Don't get too comfortable being alone. That's not healthy. This is not good, and it won't evolve you. But then I see you have a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Pentacles here. So I feel like, you know, there's this person either in your life, could be new, or it could be someone that you know already that you're just maybe appreciating in a different way. But this person's going to help you work through this heart. You seem to be having a heart-mind conflict, right? Here, that you're going through. And this person's going to be like a quiet confidant, you know, that's going to hold a very potent place in your life right now. Very important. Yeah. But just be sure that you're being true to yourself with that Seven of Swords. You know, be trusting but not blind, okay? Pay attention to the motives that this person might have in mind. You know, are they helping you to somehow advance themselves? Are they getting close to you for that reason? Are they being kind and embracing because they want to sleep with you? And just pay attention, you know. Just pay attention. But for sure, you're ultimately going to feel aligned in this area of your life. You know, if this is your work, let's say, you're definitely going to be successful. You have the Sun, which is great. And you have the will to move things forward. Yeah, you're going to end up so much wiser and aware at the end of this. You know, but you're going into it feeling pretty insecure. Yeah. So yeah, so maybe you did start a new job and someone at the workplace is going to be assisting you, right, to get things going. And, you know, you're starting this job as a result of having ended a job at some, you know, again, time is fluid here. So this Tower, this could have happened a few months ago or even last year, you know, when we're talking about employment, you know. But you're confused. Look, the confusion is normal, especially when you first start a new job. You know, Yeah, but you have this will to move forward. But just be careful. You know, if it is an employment kind of thing, just be careful of who's being really, really nice to you. I don't mean to be cynical in any way. I'm just telling you that, you know, be trusting, but don't be blind. I think I said that before because it's what's coming back at me again. Be trusting, but don't be blind. But you guys are going to be awesome. Look at this. The sun. Doesn't get any better than that. It really does. It really doesn't, right? The sun is, you've arrived, you're happy, there's finally peace. You're going to finally feel in alignment with your life. Right? That's really what the sun says, is you're going to finally feel like you're where you're supposed to be. And that's awesome. Yeah, so don't let this get to you too much, those insecurities. And just keep your eyes open. Gemini, that is what I have for you this month for March 2018. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, and press the bell notification so that you can receive my daily energy polls in your inbox. I would really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much and have a great March, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.